All right, welcome to Vine Praise. Before we get into music, please tell us where you come from, where you've grown up, yeah, and a bit about your family. Do you have any brothers, sisters? Yeah.
So my government names, government names is George Onkoba Mekenye. George Onkoba Mekenye comes from Kisii County, a place called Darajambili, and a village called Ndizini. Yeah, that's where I come from. I have three siblings. One brother, two sisters, and of course a mother and father. Yes.
All right. So are you the last born or are you the first born?
I'm the second born.
You're the second.
I have a bigger sister. Yeah.
All right. That's good. How did music get into your life? And of course, your guitar skills are on another level. You can kindly tell us more about when you started that.
So I basically when I started in music, okay, it's a complicated story. I didn't really start music at a very young age, but I was introduced to music at a very young age. So my musical journey really started when I was in Form 3. That's when I actually started the musical journey, singing and playing. Now playing seriously, not like playing seriously. That's because ever since I was a child, my dad also plays. My dad is also a musician, to say. He plays guitar, he plays the piano, he plays the bass. So he plays a lot of instruments, and he also teaches choirs. So ever since I was young, I was exposed to music, yes, but to have interest, I did not have interest. I was just, those things you take from your parents because they're there, so you take them, but you don't really like see yourself doing it. And I don't know if I loved it or not. I cannot really remember. But all I can remember is at this time in Form 3 when I picked up, like for real now. Since then, yeah, I've been trying.
So what kind of music did you grow up listening to?
That's a very good one. So I from my early years, I can remember listening to so there's Malebo, there's Apostle Kiande. These are very old people. If you don't know them, Shidako. There's Apostle Kiande, and then there's Ruben Kigame. And then there are choirs now. Choirs like there's a choir called Barabara 13 Oliankuli, and then there's Muungano, and then there's I don't know, I forget the name. The choir that sings Oh Lulu. I can't remember the name, but those are the choirs. And then in later years, like in primary higher primary school, there's an African band. I can't remember which country, but they used to sing. I think it's French. It used to be called Makoma. I don't know if you've heard about the Makomas and their tapes. So those are the tapes we used to listen to. On the western side, there's a certain black preacher who sings, and it was Ronald's. I can't remember his name, but I used to listen to him a lot too. Those essentially were my dad's favorite music. So yeah, it's just going down. That's what I listen to, and it's interesting how I can still remember some of these tunes, even when I sing. Like I would just pick it up and I'll be like, yeah, I actually remember every word of this song, but I picked it up since I was a child. Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned about doing music in Form 3. What kind of music were you doing when you were in high school?
So in high school, I got introduced to this type of singing where you sing without instruments. It's actually called a cappella. So growing up, I did not know it's a type. Coming from Kisii, you come from Kisii and people are like, my dad is playing, so I always know you have to be accompanied. Yeah, someone has to accompany you with an instrument when singing. But here I come and I meet people doing music, and it's actually beautiful without instrument. And I think part of what led me to this is the choir. I entered the choir, which is now the choral music, and we sang for like that period, yeah, from 3. I sang for a year in the choir, and I learned that music can be beautiful with or without the instrument. So I learned that, and I was just like, you can actually use your voice now. That's when I was actually got interested to singing, because most of the time I usually thought voice comes after the instrumentation. No, now I was just like, kumbe, you can actually use your voice to sing. So I learned how to sing choral music. That's something new I learned, and I was just like wondering, kumbe people can sing like this. Yeah. So within no time, I think I improved. It improved my singing, and I think that's a great. It was a big step for me, because now it made me feel like if I can sing, that means I can be a musician, because I knew about how to play. But now if I can sing, I am a full an all-rounded musician. So I was just like, that's something that propelled my talent.
Oh, okay. How did God come into the picture? Were you born in a Christian family, or is it something that came much later in life?
So God came into the picture. Of course, God has been there all my life. All my life. It's just, how do I say this? I was born into a Christian family, a very, very, very good Christian family. And ever since I was a child, I remember being taught things about the Bible. I can even remember how I memorized the what is it called? The books in the Bible, what books follows what. I can remember all those things, how I memorized them, how they are in my head, the stories in the Bible. All this have been taught since I was growing up. So God came in. How did God come in? I think it's the faith that my parents had in me. I think one of the things that I remember when I was entering high school, my father bought me a Bible, and he told me, I'm going back home, I'll be very far away, but you have this Bible, God will take care of you. So I remember God from the family was just it's very important to believe, and I really thank God for my parents that they instilled that God is very important in your life. So that's how God came in. So when I started singing, I saw no reason of moving away from God because of the music.
Yeah, my favorite song is Ayerera, and I'm glad that you've been able to perform it in this show. So how do you get your songs? Do you compose them, or do you have people write your songs?
Okay, so yeah, I do a little bit of many things. So some I compose, some that have not been heard yet are composed by my friends, and sometimes I actually do other people's songs, like covers, songs that I just like. I don't usually have a squagina rules that I won't sing someone else's song. As long as I just love it, I'll just sing it. So yeah, that is basically it. So some I compose, some are written by my friends for yourself. Your friends can be like, I wrote a song for you. You're just like, why not sing? So some like that. But I would say for most of the songs I sing other people's songs for now. For now, I don't have a lot of my repertoire is not big enough to support myself, but it's growing, and I really as I learn from other people. That's what I do. I learn from, if I sing your song, I'll learn something from it. As I learn from other people, I learn how to write mine, and I become better and better.
Congratulations on organizing a concert.
Hey, thank you. Where?
So you can probably take us through, the process of learning one. There's somebody out there that could wants to have a concert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for organizing a concert, first of all, it's not easy. So just know from the start, just know it's very hard. It's one thing for someone to say that they'll come if you have something, and for them to actually come. And then there's also if your concert is not free, that's another hurdle. It's another thing now for someone to actually now take their time and also their money to come. So it's pretty tough. So you start knowing it's tough. So first of all, pray about it. That's very key. I remember for my concert, we were doing prayers every day up to the day of the concert. No, was it up to the day of the concert? it was up to I think up to the day, either the Friday before the concert or the day of the concert. We were doing prayers every day just for the event itself. So we were just like, every day there was a Google Meet link where people joined, or the guys who I found who are helping me organize, where we would join, would do a short sharing, then we pray about it. But the main goal was just to pray for the concert. So there's that one. God first. And then also now know what you're doing and what you need. So for example, how many people do I want to come? What is the space I want to use? What equipments will I need? How good do I want my sound? Do I really want to record it? Things like that. You find out what you need, then you go and get it, and then be diligent in your planning. Just make sure you deliver. That's another thing. Make sure you do what you plan to do. So if you're planning to sing, make sure you sing well. If you're planning to maybe act, make sure you do whatever you're doing very well. What else can help you in organizing a concert?
I think also having a team.
Yeah, having a team. That's what I'm skipping. Having a team. Just have a committee. Don't do it alone. You will probably get tired, and some people might see things that you can't see. So have a team. Yeah, like I had a good team, a really, really good team. So yeah, have a team. Yeah.
You made a lot of money out of it. So, what other interests do you have other than music?
Other than music, what interests me in life? So those are like the hobbies. I love traveling. I recently realized I love traveling, and it's because I realized I love traveling when I did not travel. Like, normally my life has been like a sikangi. There was a time in my life I used to travel a lot. Like I'm in this place. Now it became a norm for me to be doing that, to travel, and then I stopped, and then I noticed, hey, there's a void. I actually enjoy moving, so I love traveling. What else? I love food. I love food. I can literally spend a whole day doing researching about how I can cook something. I just love food. I think most people know. I had some people complain that every time a picture is taken of me with anyone else, I must always have food in my hands. I love food. So that's another thing. What else do I love?
Is your menu?
No. Sadly, Mazé, I don't do football at all. It's strange, but I don't. I feel like it's a waste of time. I feel like if I have to do football, I'll go and play myself, not just watch people play. Then give them my heart so that they break it, like every other man does. So I usually feel like I'm more in control playing and I enjoy playing more than watching people do it. I'm not saying that I won't watch a match. I can. It's not bad. Sometimes I will, like World Cup, I'll be like, let me watch that match. But it's not that deep. I can sleep without watching the game. Yeah. So what else do I love about it? Maybe watching documentaries and just learning. That's another thing. I get stuck in learning things that I don't know, and probably through videos I learn a lot. I watch a lot of strange documentaries, like about anything. I'll just watch and see what other people are thinking. And apart from that, I also enjoy graphics and video editing and just say everything that is animation.
Okay, so what would you tell somebody who's just starting his music career?
So first of all, practice. I think forget about getting known. Forget about the glory of people knowing that you can sing. Forget about you getting to know many people and how many people to getting to know about you. So just practice. That's the most important thing. That's what separates you from any other musician. It's the amount of hours you put in singing and practicing. So just practice your craft more than selling it. So practice it more than selling it. Like I can tell you for myself, there's not a single day that passes without me singing a song. So it's always the practice that makes you a better musician. So it's not that people know you that makes you a better musician. No, it's the practice that you give it. So just practice. That's the only thing I'll tell you. Just practice, and all these things will be added unto you.
Amen. I also think the why is very important, especially for the Christian music.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're after money, probably that's not something that you get. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Practice, because practice will, and also and the why is very important, as is mentioned. Why? Like, why are you doing it? Why do you want to sing? Do you want to sing because you feel like do you want to sing because when you see someone else sing you feel like it's a good thing, or do you want to sing because you want to? That's a very important question. And also, why are you singing? Do you want to sing to praise God? Do you want to sing to change lives? Do you want to sing to heal people, or do you want to sing to entertain people? So it's very important. So choose wisely. But importance, whether you choose why, the important thing is you practice. If you don't practice, you get stuck.
Okay, thank you. It's been nice having you in the show. Hi. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye for now.